Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over how to set up all three of the most played bomb sites on Nighthaven. I know, so basically it's going to be upstairs, basement, and kitchen. I know that Control is actually a very viable bomb site. It's played a lot on Pro League, but I'm not going to go over that because nobody really plays it in ranked. Now, that being said, Nighthaven is, I mean, it came out a couple seasons ago, so it's not new, but it's still relatively new enough that people are coming up with new strats for it, like, every day. So, I'm just going to show you the default rank setup, and I might talk about a couple variations, but as far as actually, like, setting up the bomb sites, there's a million different ways to do it. So, I'm going to just show you default rank setups and then we'll go from there. But yeah, we are gonna start off with feet holes here. Reinforce this wall. The feet holes are really just so if somebody wants to lurk backside, you'll be able to see them before they walk in the door. I know a lot of people will also barricade this door or put barb or something just so you have some kind of sound cue. If you're playing with a more coordinated stack, you can flip it, make this a rotate, and then have like a warden or something play on a shield, top aqua, and then like barricade this door or whatever. That's an extension that could be made if you're in a coordinated stack and you know that the other team likes to contest this side. You can do that. But default setup is just feet holes. Reinforce these two right side walls. Well, I guess the right side and then the middle wall. Head holes here, head holes here, and then reinforce this wall. This is so that if they take garage, you can still contest it. They don't just get it for free, right? If you can hold this garage door from sight, especially if you have an Azami and you have like some kind of a zombie barricade set up here or there or wherever else, you can use it to hold the head holes, so then it makes it harder for them to walk across. And then same thing here. This makes it so that if they open up IT, not only can you kind of hold a dirty angle into the outside, but it's just another thing that they got to be worried about, right? Because without the head holes, right, they worry about here, they worry about pillar, left side, right side, they worry about here maybe, electrical, the rotate there, and then the head holes here. So that's, if they walk in, you can shoot them. Also, those head holes help if they open the garage wall and you have somebody playing electrical. As long as they don't crouch walk through, if they walk through, the person in electrical can hold the entire cross from here, right? They can hold the IT door and the breach that they make from garage. Now, that being said, you're going to want to reinforce IT walls, and you're going to want to have some kind of wall denial on them. The goal is you want to waste as much time as possible. You want to try to keep IT closed as long as possible. Try to have somebody playing garage as long as possible so that they don't get direct pressure onto the bomb site, right? Eventually, you're probably going to lose garage, but you want to try to keep it as long as you possibly can so that the opponents have less time to execute on the bomb site. Now, this wall, a lot of times people will just reinforce it. That's wrong. The typical way to play right now is reinforce this, put a rotate here so that you can rotate into a connector, reinforce the two connector walls, and then once the connector walls get open, then you can think about reinforcing this wall off. But until that happens, you do not want to do that. You want to try to, kind of like garage, you want to hold this connector and electrical as long as possible. And then once a decent amount of time in the round is gone, or you feel like the other team might have someone lurk backside and you just don't have the people to worry about it right now, then you can reinforce it. Or if they open connector wall and it's super, like they're putting a lot of pressure on, then you can reinforce it. But otherwise, don't worry about it. A lot of times, people will go through the entire round and this will just stay open, right? So just keep in the back of your mind to maybe hold on to a reinforcement in case you want to reinforce it off. But otherwise, just leave it open. It doesn't matter. Now, a couple of variations to this. Most of the time, if you can bring a mirror, you should, because you can put it on this wall, right? Help you contest connector. And then you can also put it on this middle wall. And if you do that, you can turn this into a rotate, because you have the mirror, so you can see garage. Like, you can see towards the stairs, you can see towards the door. And then you can make plays off of it, right? You see somebody walking up the stairs, you just, boom, you shoot them, right? You pre-fire them. And that adds a lot more pressure to the attackers attacking this side. Because they can take IT, but they're still going to have to worry about the garage side because there's a rotate there, right? You can have a defender walk through at any point. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this bomb site. Let's move down to the basement. First of all, there's two ways you can play basement. You can kind of try to bunker and bring a bunch of C4s, or you can roam. The reason I say bring a lot of C4s is because a lot of the basement bomb site is soft. Like this, we are right above the basement where people like to play. I think it's called tank. So, most times when you're attacking, you'll take this room with a ram or whatever and just ram out the floors and put a lot of pressure on. So if you want to play the bunker strat, you got to bring probably 3 C4s, and you got to try to get a C4 kill. That's really the best way to win the bunker strat. Or if you want to play roaming, then you can like set up some kind of rotate here, some kind of rotate here. Just have players playing around control, around aqua, around storage and games. But I'm not really going to go over that too much. I'm just going to do the bomb site like setup itself. So just keep that in mind. You either want people contesting up here, or you want to bring a lot of C4s. First of all, there's 3 hatches for this bomb site. 1 in garage, 1 in warehouse, cargo stairs, and then the other one's gonna be in vending over here. This is for EXO. And take note that all of this is soft as well. If you're playing EXO, they can make vert on it, and you can also C4 on it. So if you notice, there's a vending cam, right? So if you see somebody pushing in the vending window or something, you can just pre-place a C4 right here if you wanted to, and wait for them to hop in and blow them up. There's a lot of stuff you can do with C4s in vending, as well as in the bomb site. But on to the meat and potatoes. Reinforce these 2 walls. Reinforce this wall. Put a rotate here. A jump through rotate. If you want to bring a mirror, put a mirror on this wall. Most of the time, people will reinforce this and then put head holes here. This is especially good if you have a mirror. If you don't have a mirror, don't feel bad about fully reinforcing this, right? If you notice that the opponents are taking control of EXO, which is that room, really easily, and they just, like, they're taking control of that. They're using an ash or a buck to open this wall, this soft wall, and that's just one more thing that your defenders have to worry about. Then reinforce it. It's no big deal. You want feet holes all the way across this, so that you can hold the cargo stairs walk down. You could have somebody lay here if you wanted to, or if you still have EXO control, you could have the EXO player lay here across and hold the feet holes there. A lot of times people put a rotate here. It's up to you. It just adds a little bit more maneuverability around the bomb site. Or you could put it on this side too. It's completely up to you. Feet holes here. For the same reason that you put the feet holes over on that other wall. Or that other wall. If they open up the single wall, as an attacker, if you open up this single wall, right? You don't want to walk this way because there's feet holes and you can't contest that, right? So you basically have to contest this side and try to take on all the angles this way. And if they do walk on that side, you could have somebody laying here. You could have somebody playing all the way back here. You could even have somebody who's like here if they walk like deep left side, or somebody on this door. Yeah, it's just more pressure. Reinforce this single wall. This is the hatch that's in garage. That should be reinforced as well. For this bomb site, if you want to know operators to bring, like if you're bunkering, if you bring a bandit, a Cade, and a Tubero, that's your 3 C4s right there. And then a Miro would be a 4th. I would recommend a Miro, because you can put a Miro on this wall facing towards the big breach. But if you bring a Cade, a Tube, and a bandit, bandit can bandit trick this single wall, as long as they don't bring a Mav, because it's just one wall, right? The hardest part about bandit tricking is figuring out which wall to put your bandit on when they're thermiting or whatever. But if you got a single wall like this, you can bandit trick all day. And then you bring Cade Tube over here, and you can Cade Tube trick, right? So you start with a Cade on the wall. Say they throw a EMP, you tube it, and then you throw the Cade somewhere where it's not affected by the Tubero, but it still gets the wall. So for instance, if you throw the tube at the top corner of the wall, right, and it's still enough that it gets whatever ace or thermite charge, and then you throw the Cade like here, that still gets the walls with its electricity range, right? But it's out of range of the tube. So you froze the gadgets and didn't freeze the Cade. That's something that you can make use of with Cade Tube on the main wall. And then obviously they both can bring C4s to C4 the storage room above when the RAM starts showing up. And then for this, you put feet holes here. Some people put it all the way across. A lot of people will put feet holes here, reinforce this. That's just another way to put pressure on the people walking down cargo stairs, right? You can have somebody hold it from the pillar over here. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the site setup in basement. There's the cargo hatch. And yeah, let's go up to kitchen. So kitchen is one of the tertiary bomb sites that you're probably going to want to bring a castle for. A lot of times you're going to want to extend into like vending and games area over here. I'd recommend opening the hatch just for sound, because a lot of people will, if you're playing kitchen, they'll pick a sledge or a buck or something, and they'll sledge into this and just crouch walk up through EXO, up these stairs, and try to get the jump on defenders that are playing in vending. So if you open this hatch and then put like beeper or barbed wire on the bottom of the stairs, you'll be able to hear that, right? Now let's get into the bomb site. Head holes here, typically, just so you can have whoever's playing in vending contest the breach, contest this wall, or this door. Makes it harder for attackers to walk in. This is kind of up to whoever is playing this area. You can put the rotate here or the rotate here. Or it could just be head holes. That's also up to you. So if you look at it this way, head holes, you kind of got to think about what the attackers can see when you're making the rotate. So worrying about the window, if you open the head holes here, attackers outside the window, they can see the breach, and that's about it, right? If you reinforce this. But if you put the rotate on this side, and reinforce that, the attackers could then potentially see your player playing back here, right? Because you could have somebody playing here where the bomb is, and they'll hop up on this boosted angle to contest the door or the breach. If you have these holes open, the window player can see you. So you probably want to reinforce this one and put the head holes there, or the rotate there, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Reinforce those two walls. Reinforce these two walls. And then for this, you can play this a couple different ways. I'd recommend putting feet holes on it. Just because if you reinforce it, then if attackers drop the hatch that's in there, if this is reinforced, they don't got to worry about it, right? They could just sit in here and bait all day, just apply pressure all they want, unless they get C4'd. But if you put feet holes on here, then your vending player can kill them. And most likely they're not going to drop it anyways because they'll see the feet holes and worry about getting killed by a vending player. If you bring the castle, you could even castle that so that not only are they getting the feet holes watching them, but they're stuck in freezer until they break that castle. And you could end up castling that and then castling like this cargo double, aqua double, and then storage, and then reinforcing this wall, and that kind of gives you a little mini area to play around, right? That locks down lounge and vending, and then this hallway, so that you can play off of your castles and just, you know, extend out from the bomb site, contest wherever the attackers are pushing from. That's pretty much it. The last thing is there is a hatch for this bomb site, and it's outside. So the only time you can get it is once the action phase starts. So you want to have somebody sitting here at the end of prep phase so they can run out, grab the hatch at the beginning of the round, and then run back. Whoever this player is, a lot of times you want to get out of here and then run back down the stairs, right? I warn you to be careful, because you reinforcing the hatch and then running back is 110% enough time for an attacker to spawn park, open this window, and just hold the bottom of your stairs. So you got to be careful of the attackers doing that. If you want to be super safe, well, one, you could just try to sprint past. But if you want to be super safe, you could always go around the other way, right? Walk all the way around and then go down like aqua stairs or something if your teammates aren't castling it off or whatever. That's up to you. Or most likely you'll probably just stay up here, because just like basement, a lot of this ceiling is soft for the bomb site, so they're probably going to bring a ram. Where is this? What's the laptop? Wow, that's weird. I was looking for a radio. Anyways, a lot of times they're gonna bring like a ram or a buck or a fuse or something, because all of this is soft, right? So either bring a couple C4s or just have a couple players play up here, roam up here, contest it, right? If you want, you can reinforce connector walls and play connector and electrical and whatever else. But yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot of Nighthaven is being fluid as a player and not like trying to stick to one strong playstyle, one strong setup or whatever, because it's just always changing. It's a new enough map that people are coming up with new things every day. And yeah, like you could put a BP here so that you can just like sit in this 90, watch the BP, and when somebody pushes up the hallway, just swing them, right? That's especially good if you have a castle and you're castling off those two doors. That's a nice little like mini strat that you can run, little mini adjustment if you notice that they're pushing from that side a lot. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. I don't think I missed anything. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like. It means a lot more than you think. Comment down below anything that you do when you set up the bomb site that's different than what I do, or comment anything that I said that you never thought of that helps you, whatever else. And subscribe for more. I'll be coming out with another video very soon. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.